on, guys? W150LJ here, and today's video is going to be a fleet update video. This is my 2008 Chrysler 300C with a Hemi in it that my step-grandmother graciously gave to me as an 18th birthday / graduation gift. I drove this car all the way back from Florida. It was supposed to become a YouTube video, but it never did due to camera difficulties. This is my 2001 Ram 3500 24-valve Cummins automatic, and this is actually my childhood truck, which y'all, I was supposed to do a whole video about this truck when I got it, and I never ended up posting it because I never liked how the video turned out. So here is an actual YouTube introduction of it. This is the truck my dad bought brand new in 2000, sold to a guy in 2012, and then we bought it back from him not too long ago. It is in very good shape for the almost 370,000 miles that it has on it, and I plan to keep this truck to the day I die. This is my 1998 Ram 2500 24-valve Cummins with an automatic 4-wheel drive. That truck is also a 4-wheel drive, by the way. My mom's Jeep, that is not mine, and that Ranger is also not mine. That's my buddy Alex's. It's been stored here for a few months, and it was supposed to go back to his house, his new house, like 2 weeks ago, and it's still here due to personal reasons. So that's probably going to get shoved off back in the backfield again because I need my trailer back. By the way, this is my unknown year 16.5-foot car trailer that I bought as a skeleton off of an auction that I have slowly been putting back together. I got fenders coming for it soon. I got a nice wooden deck on there. Yeah, it's, you know, it's better than nothing. I'm pretty sure I paid less than $200 for that trailer. Now here's the truck everyone cares about. Lola, my 1987 W150 318 automatic 4-wheel drive. Lola's been broken for a year and a half now. Just plain and simple. It broke the second week of July 2024, and it is currently almost November 2025. So not really a year and a half, just a little bit over a year. But I just have so many projects between that truck, my Ram Charger, another truck that I have not mentioned yet, that truck camper. This is at the, quite frankly, bottom of my list when it comes to projects, because this thing, I can't figure out what's wrong with it. It's a fuel delivery issue, but I can't tell if it's carburetor or fuel sender related, because this is a mechanical fuel pump, and I've already replaced it twice, making sure to rule that out. It won't run off of an electric pump bypassing it, but I have had it run a few times off of the fuel system. My theory going on now is there's something wrong with the fuel sender back there, and the carburetor probably needs a rebuild. It's a combination of the both. The fuel lines are fine because they were replaced in 2019, so they're not rusted out again because this truck didn't see salt in the wintertime. But the plan for this one is, I mean, I got that camper shell for it, but that's really just up there, so it's not on the ground since the truck's not operable right now. But I'm going to get this one going again soon, and I'm going to try to put it back the way it was with the trim. I'm going to go back to orange marker on the side. I'm going to keep the LED headlights just because I like to be able to see at night. But this was my first truck, so I 16-year-old it, as everyone does. Not as bad as a lot of people. Everything I've done is fixable, like those LED clear markers, which look good, but this truck just does not look good with clears. It probably would if I did the whole thing, but that's expensive, and putting it back to OEM is a lot cheaper. For anyone wondering what's the biggest tire you can run without trimming or without a lift on a 4-wheel drive W-Series pickup truck, it is a 321150. That is the biggest tire you can run without a lift or, you know, hacking the fenders off. These are Achilles tires on American Racing AR26 wheels. I think they're 15 by 8s or by 9. I can't remember. But that is the biggest tire you can run without a lift or trimming. Be a pretty common theme in this video. I do love me some American Racing wheels, as about every truck that I have owned personally either has a set or had a set. I guess I could explain a little bit about this Ranger since I do know something about it. This was my friend Alex's. He bought it for like $300 in Maryland, and then lowered it, welded the diff, it had a V6 5-speed in it. He drove that until he blew it up essentially, and then he was going to put a 1.6 Miata engine in it with a 5-speed, but then life got in the way. and I bought the car from him that had the engine he was going to put in this, so it came to live here. It's all these really nice torque thrusts, which I've tried to buy off of him a few times to put on my mom's Jeep, but he hasn't come to a price that I'm willing to pay for these. Here, I'll show you all the inside here. As you can see, let me get his confidential list here. Yeah, that's what he was supposed to do. It doesn't have a steering wheel. It doesn't have brakes. It doesn't have a lot of things. The bed is crunched in several places. This truck's really just nothing but a shell with nice wheels. But moving on. I guess I'll count this in the fleet, since technically, some roundabout way, it should count since I counted my car trailer. This is a 2001 Lance 1130. I made a whole video on this when I got it. It's on my profile. I towed it home with the green truck, which was the scariest drive of my life. The whole side is rotted out, and I gotta fix it, but like everything else, I don't have time to fix it. So hopefully this winter I'll get it in the shop and fix it, so that hopefully I can widen these jacks out so I can put it on my dually, which will be way safer than the way it is now. This is half of a 1984 D100 that I own that's been converted into a trailer. I bought this for $250 for no reason other than I had the money and I thought it was cool. And this trailer has made me close to 20 grand between scrapping and stuff I flipped. So it's turned out to be worth its weight in gold, and it's just going to be here forever until it falls apart. This trailer is really complete by the fact of literally everything is still here. Axle, brakes, all that. It still had a filler neck in it when I got it. The tailgate off of Clifford is on it. Because when I sold Clifford, oh, spoiler alert, I sold that truck in January, I think, and I kept the tailgate off of it. So this trailer owes me nothing. It's money I put into it back 13-fold, and I've literally put one tire on it. That's the only thing I've done to it. I guess at this point in the video, I'll talk about all the vehicles that I've sold in the last year. So I had a Saturn, 99 Saturn SL1 that I scrapped because I bought it with a half blown up transmission. I rode it around here until I blew the transmission the rest of the way up and then sold it. I had a 1999 Chevy K3500 single rear wheel. Sold that truck because I just didn't need it, and it was a 454, which was a really nice truck. I had a 77 Jeep CJ7 Renegade Levi Edition, which that one hurt the most to sell, but in reality, if I kept it, it would have been in the same rusty shape it was in when I sold it. And what else did I sell this year? I had a 2001 NB2 Miata that I sold. And then my 90 Miata, which was my drift car that got blown up by Jeremy, that got parted out and scrapped. So that's all the vehicles. Oh, Clifford, my 1991 W150, he was sold too because I just didn't need him anymore. And but the Ram Charger's still here. For the new people here, this is my 1987 original 364 barrel Ram Charger, 364 barrel 4-wheel drive. As I said, it's on American Racing wheels. Black and gold. It's got mud on it from me doing donuts back here. Tan interior truck. Sub 100,000 mile truck, if I remember right. Yes, 84,000 miles, not rolled over, as you can see by the pedal covers. I have all the parts to bring this thing back to life, except a brake booster, because apparently the brake booster for the 87s is made out of pure unobtainium. And I think this truck needs one. So I got to figure that out. But this does actually run and drive. I drove it to the spot that it was in using a external gas system. That truck is not mine. That is a former employee's truck that's been stored here that he needs to come get because it's in my way. It is a pile of junk. It is not a Power Stroke, so don't get your hopes up. Look, remnants of my Miata still out here to this day. Wow. Here's a sneak peek of a future video. This is parts of an 85 W150 that I bought for $100. There's going to be a full video on that, so I'm not going to spoil it too much. But I have a complete truck. But if you couldn't tell, it's in a million pieces. Whoa! Engine and transmission and rear glass for that truck. Built 360. Whoa! My Motovox MBX10 got a Honda 160 on it. I built this thing for pennies on the dollar It's got a front suspension conversion. It's got a Milwaukee battery conversion for the light. Not much I can really say about this thing. It's got a new seat. This is a recent pickup that I am in the middle of creating a video on. This is a 84 ATC 200 ES, which means this is a big red, which has got shaft drive and reverse. I actually just got a bunch of parts for this today and plan on working on it soon. This is my 1984 ATC 125M, which also has issues. I got this off of Alex in a trade for some other ATCs that I had. And back there is my mom's, don't know what year, Ford 600 tractor this winter we're going to make a video of that, getting that going. And that's my grandfather's go-kart that I've been procrastinating on fixing for a year. I have two boats that are not on property right now, but I'll get on video in a bit. This one is going to go on my teal boat. This is a 3.5 Mariner / Mercury / Tohatsu motor. And this is a 25 horse Mercury that will end up on my other John boat, the green one. Now we're going to move to the next section of the video, which is going to be all the vehicles at the shop, which is just my two boats, and my Mustang is still there. Well, and I guess half of my 85 is also still there, but the other half of my 85 is still at the original owner's house. This is sort of mine. That 76 Ramcharger we got running in the birthday three-wheeler extravaganza video. I dragged it right here because it's literally worth nothing except the engine to me. So this winter I'm going to put a carburetor on it and probably just drive it around the farm, maybe crash it into a tree, who knows. Look, my outdoor cat's here to say hi. What's up, guys? We're now at the shop. It's also like a week after I filmed the beginning part of this video, and it's raining. So isn't that just fun? But here's one of my two boats. In the process between the first time and now filming this, I took my other boat home, so I'm going to have to film the last part of this at home. This is a 16-foot low Big John on unknown model trailer. I have no idea what brand trailer this is, but it has a title. That's all I care about. The boat was free, and the trailer was $100. Now, since it is raining, I'm not going to pull the top off, because even though it's raining in the car anyway, I want to keep as much water as possible out of it. As you can see, here's my 88 Ford Mustang. There you go. It's under there. There's a whole video about this on my YouTube channel, if not long after I got it. I plan on making another one soon. This thing this winter is going to go home and get put in building 4 since the cover is gotten destroyed on it. I have a convertible top for it, if y'all watched the parts car video I did. So I have wheels for it. I have a NRG racing seat for it. And I'm going to buy a roll bar. I plan on turning this into a fun, maybe, autocross car. Here is some more parts for my 85 W150. This is the cab, the doors, the gas tank, and the hood. The frame is still at the guy that I bought this from's house. I'll end up getting it probably sometime in November just because of how busy I am. Since I know some people are going to ask, that is my dad's Ramcharger. That is not mine. He's had this since 1989. It's an 86. Yeah, it's got a 360 that's been swapped into it. Bigger rear end swapped into it. She's definitely seen her better days. She's got some rust, but I'm going to get this thing back up on the road here soon. All it needs is a carb, and everything else works on it. Sorry it's nighttime, but I got a busy day tomorrow, and I want to get this video done. But this is a 13-foot V-hull John boat from the 60s, I'm pretty sure. I have no idea what brand it is. I'm finding out, after trying to mount a 5-horse Evinrude and a 3.5-horse Mariner, that when this guy beefed the transmission up for a 25 transom up for a 25, this is now making it too big to put anything smaller than a 9.9 on it, which is good and bad at the same time. I mean, I've never ran into a boat where the transom was too good. Usually I run into them, they're bad. This one's too good. But let me give you all a little walk around. It's got a little plywood floor, nice little bench. He had a deck up here. I plan on cutting it right here and putting another board here for a seat. Not gonna bother with plywood here. Supposedly it leaks, but it's holding water, so This trailer was the one that my other John boat came with that Gramps patched for me. There's a jack off of a previous boat trailer flip. This one has the title and it's technically ready to go, except I'm not going to bother with it until spring because John boats don't sell well in the wintertime. They do sell well in the springtime, and this will be for sale in the springtime. Man, look at that moon. Look how bright it is.
Grab life by the horns at your local Dodge dealer.